Come warm yourself round the fire that is Baseball Scotland, and it is a fire where we are all drawing ourselves very, very close to get out of the rain. Yes, this is Baseball Scotland style, and if you're wondering why the cameras are just a little bit wobbly and in a different places, or possibly not even on at all, given what sort of condition the files will be when we get back to the studio, it's because it is raining. It's not heavy rain, but it is constant, it is drizzle, it is misty, it is wet.
It's all over there. It's all over there.
And as you can hear there, field maintenance will be ongoing throughout the game today. But we do have a game. We are going to get started, and it is the Edinburgh Diamond Devils visiting the Edinburgh Cannons. A game of the second and third place teams in the league. Following last week's victory over Tayport, the Edinburgh Cannons are just one half of a game behind taking first place at the top of the table. In 1.5 games they were behind Breakers, cut down last week. This week though, it's on the other foot. The Edinburgh Diamond Devils are 1.5 games back behind the Cannons in third place in the league. So it is a chance for the Devils to cut down the lead on their classic local rivals, or is there a chance for the Cannons to establish themselves strongly in second spot and wait for results to go their way up at Tayport, where the Edinburgh Rays are taking on the Tayport Breakers. It is also a chance for the weather to be the ultimate victor of this game. So we shall see how we're going. My understanding is that if the game does continue, it might be called at the 5th inning, at which point it would be a full game and a result. We have a regulation 7 here, so lots of things are going to be up in the air as we go through today. Some of that will also be trying to keep track of the scores and the bits of paper and everything else as the Scottish summer delights us here. So let's just see what we have in terms of the lineups. We do have one for the Edinburgh Diamond Devils as we continue to have the decisions around the field. We have a temporary mount here at the playing fields, which are shared amongst a number of sports, which means it can become waterlogged a little bit faster than your regular baseball mount, so that will also be of a consideration today. But anyway, let's have a look at the lineup for the Edinburgh Diamond Devils. Starting off, batting first will be shortstop Ewan Allner. Second will be centre fielder Rich Zbikowski. And third will be first baseman Buddy Zesniak. Middle of the order will be pitcher Nick Willoughby at 4. Left field Leo Hernandez at 2nd. And right field Devon Greenshields at 3rd in the middle of the order. So I think first, second, third. They're actually 4, 5, 6. Here we are. And the ring is leaking in even to my thoughts here as well. So closing out the order, the 7, 8, 9. First, second baseman Jamie Gray. Batting 8th will be Oscar Zabowski at third base. And batting 9th, the catcher Miles Peterson will be the Lanterne Rouge. And if we have a look at the defensive lineup of the Edinburgh Cannons, across the top, left, centre, right goes Jack Vickerman, left field, Kit Searle, centre field, and Jose Gonzalez in right field. Miguel Del Rosario will be your shortstop. Here, Ted Rogers. 3-2-1 across the middle will be Ewan Hernandez, Hax Pujols, and Steve Silverberg. Silverberg at first, Pujols at second, Hernandez at third. Catching will be Adito Barrios, and your pitcher starting off today will be Peter Rowe. Umpire today behind home plate, and it's going to be solo umpire today is Jorge Crespo. And your broadcast team today is myself, Ewan Spence, giving you play-by-play colour and commentary from behind the microphone. Reuben Hustler, as always, doing the production in the truck. So ready to get underway now. It's going to be Ewan Allner, Rich Zbikowski, and Buddy Zesniak for the Devils to open up. Peter Rowe is there, and the first pitch comes down. Popped up high. It's going into shallow centre field, and underneath that there with a clean catch, the Jose Gonzalez. 1 pitch, 1 out, and we're underway at 2:10 and 35 seconds. There's a very good chance you're only listening to my voice This is going to be a pure radio broadcast, but we shall see what happens with the weather. Evan Allner, one pitch, one out. So one away as we welcome in Rich Zimkowski, batting left-handed, stepping in from the right-hand side of the box. Conditions, of course, the great leveler here. And it's a different style of playing altogether. And if you just said a different style of playing altogether, thank you all the fans of Airplane joining the broadcast. Link, like, love, share and subscribe. Always welcome. Everything just going through, keeping the balls dry, keeping the mound safe, keeping an eye on the ground conditions. The game has started, and we have a regulation 7. It's going to be touch and go as we go through today. And of course, lots of hoping that all our equipment stays running as well. So let's just make sure all the little holes and switches are back on. Pedro brings that one in the outside low corner for a called strike. Swing and a miss. Hefty round the shoulders there. Count goes full. No runners on as yet, no outs. Top of the first. Comes in, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Peter Rowe getting his first punch out of the game. I'm just going to check back. Peter Rowe, it's not his opening pitching appearance of the season. Currently posting a 3.00 ERA. We welcome in now Buddy Zesniak. 4.38 for the season. It's the first one go and takes the ball. Makes good contact, goes out into shallow centre field, but it's a slide underneath that one and a comfortable catch in the outfield for out number 3. Kit Searle on the sprint to get that one. And that's a final bit of a slide to get under the glove under that. As the sign gets retired in order. No runs, no hits, and none left on base for the Edinburgh Diamond Devils, and no errors charged to the Cannons.
Let's go, boys.
And as the weather comes down, attempt to turn the scorecards over here and get a look at who we have lining up for the Edinburgh Cannons. Opening up will be left fielder Jack Vickerman. Batting second will be centre fielder Kit Searle. If you're wondering why we're going a bit slower, it's because I'm writing it down at the same time. Diso Barrios, the catcher, is going to be batting third. Shortstop Miguel Del Rosario is batting fourth. Pitcher Peter Rowe is going to be batting fifth in the lineup. And Rocky Sue is going to be the DH, batting sixth. Seventh is third baseman Ewan Hernandez. And your back three closing out will be Steve Silverberg, first base, batting eighth. Max Pujols, second base, batting 9th. And your Lantern Rouge will be Jose Gonzalez, batting 10th. Defensive lineup for the Edinburgh Diamond Devils. Across the top is going to be, does a double check, Leo Hernandez is going to be out there in the left field. Centre fielder is Rich Zabowski, right field Devon Greenshields. Shortstop will be Evan Allner. 3-2-1 Ted Rogers across the middle, Oscar Zabowski, Jamie Gray and Buddy Szczesniak. Szczesniak at first, Gray at second, Zikowski at third. Catching will be Miles Peterson, and your opening pitcher is Nick Willoughby. We'll do our best to keep you up to date with the scores as we go through. Bottom of the first, no score as yet posted. Cannons holding the Devils to a duck egg to start off with. Jack Vickerman will open up the batting. Willoughby's first one graces the bottom of the zone for strike one. Comes in low and the count goes equal low, 1-1. So the outfield playing slightly shallow today. Needs to start with Vickerman as we get a strike to the outside low. One ball, two strikes. Decision made between catcher and pitcher. Comes in low, ball two. And equals everything up. 2-2. Encouragement and discussion coming from the Devils bench. And it is going to be a strike three as it hits the inside low corner. One away. Left-hander Kit Searle in now for the Edinburgh Cannons. Searle with a 133 average for the year. It's hard to say whether the right description is the rain has eased off, because it is just literally heavy dew and moisture in the air falling very slowly. There's not a huge amount of pace on it. And there will be on the fastball. As that comes in inside and low for ball one. We'll be looking to mark out his territory. It's time called there, so I'll just having a little check of the uniform. So that one goes past, but that finds the outside low of the zone. Searle gets the strike against him. Cat comes in, equal low. Popped up, it's going towards third base just beyond it, and stepping in is going to be Leo Hernandez, makes the catch in the left outfield. And two away. Ediso Barrios, the catcher for the Edinburgh Cannons, is third in the order. Steps in now. It's the 2 up, 2 down. No score as yet. Here we are in the bottom of the first. Ediso Barrios in the 222 triplet for the season. Goes inside there from the fastball from Willoughby. Very little wind at play either here, just enough to keep the weather above us moving, but not really to impact the play. That goes inside at the letters for ball 2. Conditions and difficulty today will be primarily the weather and the moisture that's going to be carrying around. Grounder goes past third base, goes in the outfield. Hernandez is going to have to step in from the left field and get that one, and it's going to be a base hit. And we have our first base runner of the game. Isil Barrios taking a ground ball back towards third base, getting past Oscar. Who's on third base? I can't even see for now. It's Oscar Zabagowski. Just getting past and underneath the glove there. Hernandez coming in from left field to cover it, but he hits a base runner. Isil Barrios up to first on a single. Miguel Del Rosario is shortstop. Barrios on first, Del Rosario batting with a .481 for the season. Ball 1. Check throw over to first. It'll be with a fast arm. Zesniak with a lot of reach. Gets that safely in the glove. Barrios, though, stays at first comfortably. It's more to keep everybody honest. High and inside. Rosario having to do a duck back out the way of that one, just to be sure. So we're 2-0. Runner goes from first up to second. The throw from the catcher is going to be well off target. So it's going to be a comfortable steal for Barrios. So, into scoring position for the Cannons. We'll just get the count double check there. It looked like a ball 3. Comes into Miles Peterson, who gets the ball and attempts to throw up 2 second on the steal, but it goes shallow and wide. It is ball 3, so it's a 3-0 count. Runner in scoring position at second base. De Rosario lets the first strike go by. Runner goes, steals on from second to third. The throw itself was low and outside for ball 4. And with that, runners to the corners. 2 away. No runs from either team as yet. Peter O comes in and we get our first pitcher-pitcher matchup of the day. Righty on righty. Will be doing the delivering, or O will be doing the receiving. So it's 2 away. No score as yet in the bottom of the first. And at the corners, steal goes on from first to second as Rowe lifts that one into the foul tree and just past our secondary camera position. So for once, Reuben Hustler is not technically in the truck. He's underneath our good old friend, the foul tree. So first one fouled off from Rowe. And we're back again to everybody at the corner. Check pick off over at first base. Now gets that in time. Barrios stays where he's at third. Del Rosario at first. Still at first. Staying close into the bag. Steal goes on from first up to second. It's going to be comfortably made. Barrios at third. Pretty much guarantees Del Rosario is going to get himself a bus pass up to second. So runners at second and third. First base is open. 2 away. Comes in. Called strike. Equal high on the count. Comes in, little chopper, or it stays around the bag. And Peterson is going to pick that up as a catcher and runs up to tag out Barrios, who's stuck between the bags there, taking the extra base. So the pitch comes in. We'll just like to get confirmation on what we had there. Looks like it's going to be a dropped third strike and then a unassisted put out by the catcher. Diesel Marriott gets caught out on the play. Sits here and draws that one down on the paper cards, but we do have the numbers. There's 1 hit in there for the Edinburgh Cannons, but no runs delivered, and 2 left on base. No errors charged to the Diamond Devils. So we've played through 1. Edinburgh Cannons welcoming the Edinburgh Diamond Devils, and it's a 0-0 score. The 1, 2, 3 coming up for the Diamond Devils. We're going to be welcoming Nick Willoughby, Leo Hernandez, and Devin Greenshield.
Nice hit off me. We'll take it easy today.
Welcome back as we go into the top of the second here at Edinburgh. It's a 0-0 game. Peter Rowe continues to pitch for the Cannons and sends that one to outside and low for ball 1. And now we have him pitching towards Nick Willoughby. So it's our second pitcher of the game, but now it's the other way around. Opens up with a ball 1 for Nick Willoughby and continues with ball 2 as that goes to the outside low for the second pitch. Of course, one of the considerations this year is that we do have a pitch count for all pitchers, and that is 100 pitches. Whether the weather will let us get to that today or not remains to be seen, but getting those high pitch counts and get the teams through to the bullpen is valid strategy this year. And this is effectively a bullpen game for the Edinburgh Cannons, as it is. Starting pitcher Garrett Snell not available to play today. So it's a 3-0 on Peter Rowe, pitching towards Willoughby. Ball 4. Heads to the outside again. And opening batter is opening base runner. And coming in now we have Leo Hernandez. Batting left-handed. Has been showing ability to throw some power in training. First appearance this year. Zeros across the batting averages and the OPSs. Runner at first, no outs. No score yet at all on the top of the second here. So it just goes to batters opposite side there. Hernandez batting left-handed, so in from the right-hand side. They're all just trying to work out where the edge of the zone is here, I think. Umpire Harry Crespo. As that's another ball thrown. Willoughby's being held at first. Not making any effort to do this on the steal. Staying within 10 feet of the bag. Occasional bounce. He's going to go for the steal this time. Runner goes from first to second. Throw comes up from Barrios, the catcher. It's going to be called safe at second. Willoughby sliding in to get underneath that one. Del Rosario over from short to help cover it. The appeals were in, but it's called safe. The ball is still live. He's going to get caught in a rundown, is Willoughby. He's got 3 or 4 players behind him. Then there's a throw from Willoughby down now. Hernandez getting himself the apply as Willoughby tries to steal at third, and that's not there. So, stayed alive and getting the move up into second base on the steal. But then the opportunist move from second to third to try and catch the jump on the team. I'm hoping they were thinking it'd be a dead ball, not a live ball. Cannons open to that. Possibly have done that in training after rookies use extra run taken from 2 weeks ago where he managed to steal home on a live ball everybody thought was dead. Hernandez gets the walk in the middle of all of that as well for ball 4. And if you think I can remember what the rundown numbers were for Willoughby's caught steal, sorry folks. It finished off 6-5 if that helps. So the ultimate credit there will go to Hernandez with an assist from Del Rosario. Devin Greenshield's up to bat just now, and he's opened up with a ball 1. 1 away so far. Leo Hernandez at first to base as well, as that's popped up high from Greenshield. It's going to pop into the outfield center. Kitzel makes sure of the catch there and takes that pop. Center field for 2 away. So a promising opening there from Willoughby. Scottish 2-step with a walk and a stolen base. After that, let's carry on with the metaphor, shall we? A messy Shetland strip the willow, and he's out between second and third, trying to get an extra steal going in. Strike thrown. Jamie Gray watches that one get called going past him. And a little look up at Hernandez in first base to keep him close to the bag. Pitch comes down outside and low. Ball is taken. Both of these teams closing in on the Tayport Breakers, who dropped that game last week against the Cannons. So they're second and third in the league. Cannons half behind, Devils 2 behind. Fast whip of the leather there on the glove will take us to 2 balls and 1 strike. Little grounder chopped up. It's going to go foul just before third base. Third base even Hernandez hovering over that one, waiting for the call. Ready to pick up and throw if needed. Not needed in the end. So it's going to be called foul and take the count equal high. 2 away. Runner at first. No score from either team. Chopper goes up, picked up by Del Rosario at shortstop, underarm to Pujol's at second. Force out is there and side retired. No hits on there, no runs either, and 1 left on base for the Edinburgh Diamond Devils. No errors charged to the Cannons, so mid to second, and it's still a 0-0 game here at a rather damp and soggy Bobby Thompson Memorial Field here at Warriston Park in Edinburgh. I'm Ewan Spence. Ewan Hustler is in the remote truck under the foul tree with the camera. And we'll be back in a second. But while we do that, link, like, love, share, subscribe, comment, all the usual things that happen on social media videos. Welcome back to the bottom of the second. No score here as the Edinburgh Diamond Devils are welcomed by the Edinburgh Cannons. And coming in now, 1, 2, 3 for the Edinburgh Cannons. It's going to be Rookie Sue, Ewan Hernandez, and then Captain Steve Silverberg. And just underway, here we go. As the paperwork gets dried off.
Let's go, Jack! Let's go, Rocky, you got it.
Strike comes in low there. Willoughby, starting pitcher, continues on the mound. Getting a little bit less moisture coming out of the air. That's foul down first to baseline. Sue, as I mentioned earlier, getting that opportune run 2 weeks ago from watching the opposing team thinking that there was a dead ball when it was a live ball. Not going to get the chance to attempt that in this at-bat, called out on strikes. So one away, and the second strikeout for Nick Willoughby. Peter Rowe at the end of the last inning, where we were looking to see if we actually had drop third strike, has been scored, is reaching first on a fielder's choice. So that would be strikeout number 2 there on Rookie Sue for Nick Willoughby. Ewan Hernandez in now to bat for the Cannons. And swings again. Behind in the count, not in 2. One shaken off pitch, second one's accepted. And it's a little grounder. Shortstop comes in, picks that one up, comes over to first. Buddy Sesniak reaches out and gets the ball. Out at first. Hernandez on the classic 6-3. Evan Olner coming in to get that one, which was a grounder rolling short. Ground will be playing heavy here. Gets that scooped into the throwing arm in time, and over it goes. Buddy Zesniak just getting an extra foot or so of distance with those limbs and making sure. Steve Silverberg, who's the Cannons' first baseman, is into bat now. He's batting left-handed, in from the right-hand side. So the opposite left-right matchup. Check swing, tiny twitch on the shoulder. Let's that go for the ball. Let's that next one go for a ball. Sits back as it goes to his outside and low. So that looks like 3-0. Comes in. Strike there. Silverberg doing a little bit of charades and doing a little bit of a start of a walk, but 3-1 on the count. Gets the walk this time, no need for a charade. Turns out that I could spot what the TV show was. And that TV show was Call My Bluff. Full count then. 3-2. Third time lucky. Third time lucky. There's the ball. Literally, I've got to wait and make sure of that one myself. Steve Silverberg takes the walk up to first. Second baseman Alex Pools in now for the Cannons. 280 for the season. No runs yet from either team here. It's 2 away in the bottom of the second. Conditions like this, a handful of runs may be all that makes the difference in this game. Tucked away in my notebook underneath all the waterproofing as the results of their previous 2 games this season. And the record is 1-1. Teams will generally, apart from 1 or 2 quirks, play each other team in the league 2 home and 2 away. So this is the third of 4 games that the Devils and the Cannons will play. Pick-up throw over at first is to check on Silverberg's speedy legs. He's going to stay at first. Silverberg stays in the crouch at first. As Willoughby's comes in at the dirt at the feet there and Pools. The ball is taken, so we get a 3-1 on the count. We will take the first pitch offered to him from Miles Peterson as that's popped foul high up and over. Getting a little bit more visibility here on the ground, a little bit less moisture in the air. And we have a full count, 3-2. So foul out or action with all the lights on. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. No runs on the board. Silverberg goes for the steals. The ball bounces in the dirt. It's going to be goes wild and back. Peterson recovers the ball from the catch fence at the back. Looks up. There's no attempt to go for an extra base from Silverberg. He's going to get himself up to second on the play. Pools will take the single as well. We'll just wait on the official scoring coming through on that one. And that's going to be credited as a dropped third strike. So it's a third K for Willoughby. As Lantern Rouge, Jose Gonzalez in just now. As that one goes round to the feet and it goes a little bit wild in the dirt. There's a throw up from Peterson up to third. It's not in time and Silverberg holds up at third. So conditions there. So Willoughby pitching low. And in the confusion there as it goes low and around the feet. Base runners Silverberg and Pools both making the decision to move up to second and third. So 2 into scoring position in the bottom of the second. No runs as yet. So 1 ball. Jose Gonzalez, 10th in the batting order. Leans back and out the way of that one. Ball 2, 3 balls and 2 strikes led to a dropped third strike on the previous play, and that's put runners at second and third. First base is open with 2 away, and as that comes in high and inside. Cannons bench staying alive with their encouragement. It's 3 balls. First base is open. Well, we've had 2 bad releases so far, and that one tries to draw the swing, I think, but it's a ball 4 outside and low, and the bases are loaded up. And it is back to the top of the order. Jack Vickerman for the Edinburgh Cannons. Struck out looking at the top of the first to open up the game. So, bottom of the second, 2 away. The Devils defense haven't had a chance to bring anything through yet. Runners first, second and third. Willoughby's going to be called on to pitch the Devils out of the jam here if he can. And he starts off getting himself ahead in the count. 0-1. Cannons having 2 walks already in the inning, looking to grind out a score. And the count is equal low as we get a ball heading in inside and low. 1-1. Bases loaded. 2 away. These teams have played close games so far, as that's popped up shallow into the field, and comfortable catch out at second base there, and the side is retired. Jamie Gray doing the honours for the Diamond Devils. So Nick Willoughby pitching himself into a jam with 2 walks. Gets the support from the infield, and that will bring the inning to an end. On a fly ball out to second. No hits and no runs for the Cannons. 3 left on base. No errors charged to the Edinburgh Diamond Devils. And through 2, it's still a 0-0 game here in the Bobby Thompson Memorial Field. When we come back, Oscar Zukowski, Miles Peterson and Evan Allner for the Edinburgh Diamond Devils. We'll be seeing if they can break the deadlock. Into the 3rd inning here in Edinburgh, and the weather is getting slightly better. The ground is still holding the moisture of the air, still has it, but there's very little wind and there's not a huge amount of rain falling. So we're Oscar Zabowski, Miles Peterson and Evan Allner will be up to bat. Peter Rowe, starting pitcher, staying in, and Allner is the top of the order. He's in the hole. Miles Peterson on deck. Zibikowski on a 1-0, bats that one ground ball, gets away from Miguel Del Rosario at shortstop. Ground conditions playing a part there as well. We'll wait for the official scoreline. I'd be nice and say single all the way on that one. It required a stretch and more than normal effort to get to it, but we shall see where that's going to be given on the paperwork. Situationally, though, the Edinburgh Diamond Devils get themselves a base runner, and that's going to officially be a single for Oscar. Lantern Rouge Miles Peterson now in, catcher for the Devils. Fouls that one towards the Cannons dugout. Imagine if you swung the bat like it was a bunt but at shoulder height. A bit like that. Another one on the count. Swings that one foul. It's going to be our first to reach the car park today, I feel. Heads towards what is... Oh, I get to do car identification again, do I? You know, it's got a roundy badge on it. I'd like to say it's a Ford Fiesta, but it's could well be a Toyota. Let's go with the Toyota on that one as well. Count is 0-2 on Peterson. Swings that one. It's going to roll back towards Peter Rowe at up the home plate, and he picks that up between the home plate and the mound over to first. And that's going to be a run out at first. Peterson on a 1-3. One away as we go back to the top of the order. Evan Allner popped out to right field to open up the card for the Devils at the top of the first. Now he's facing a 1 out and a 1 runner up at second. As conditions start to close in just a little bit more there. Rowe pitching up that one outside and low. Ball 1. And with that, it does feel like we're playing in a cloud here. And we've just went into a slightly thicker part of the cloud. It's outside low. It's going to be a wild pitch, and that's going to allow Oskar Zabowski to head down to third on that wild pitch. So, 90 feet away from the opening run in this game. And with the weather conditions, you will always have the thought in the back of your mind, if this game is called by the weather, is it A, going to be called complete, or just goes on an extended weather pause? You'll want to keep your nose in front if you feel this might be called after 4 or 5. So the first run is vital. All runs are vital, but in a game like this where you think it's going to be low scoring, where you think it could be called at some point, you want your small ball to do the best it can. Bunt was shown from Allner, but the walk is taken instead. So we get runners at the corners. 1 away, 0-0 game. Rydzybkowski steps in now, will be batting from the right-hand side. So righty pitcher, lefty batter. Now in this weather condition, the Scottish two-step, you can expect that to happen pretty sharpish here. Strike 1 called. One away so far. Runners at the corners. Strike 2 as Rowe finds the bottom of the zone. Curving down. Draws the eye. Clips the zone. There's the steal from first up to second, but it is a line drive. Base hit out into left field. First run comes home, and the Diamond Devils break open the game. Oskar Zabowski, the son, turns around and will be thanking Zabowski, the dad, for the RBI single. Evan Allner advances up to second base on the play. Zabowski single to first. Line drive out towards the gap between left and short. And that puts the first run on the board. Edinburgh Diamond Devils 1, Edinburgh Cannons 0. Top of the third. Matty Zesniak. And the high pop up to centre field. This time it's the shallow pop to second base. And Alex Pujols will take that one for the Cannons. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Runners are at first and second. 1 run on the board as we return to our pitcher-pitcher matchup. Nick Willoughby drew a walk off of Peter Rowe to lead off the second inning. We'll see where that goes for the third. Willoughby draws first and gets the count to 1-0. Conditions continue to be best described as Scottish murky. Pop up to centre field. It's a fly ball. Sarah's got a lot of time to get underneath that one. Makes sure of it. There's out number 3, and the side is retired. But not before drawing that first little bit of damage. 2 hits, resulting in 1 run for the Edinburgh Diamond Devils. 2 left on base. No errors charged to the Edinburgh Cannons in that, but the Devils take the lead here in the third inning. Edinburgh Diamond Devils 1, Edinburgh Cannons 0. And when we come back in the bottom of the third, chasing that is going to be Kit Searle, Diesel Barrios, and Miguel Del Rosario. Ewan Spence here, Reuben Hustler on the camera. I'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back as we go into the bottom of the third here at a rather weather grabbing around Bobby Thompson Memorial Field. Yes, is an actual weather if you have an official Scottish weather bingo card. Diamond Devils got the first run on the board in the top of the third, so it's a 1-0 game. It's the Edinburgh Cannons who are playing as the home team on the paper today, even though this is the home ground for 3 of the Edinburgh teams, including the Devils and the Cannons. The Angels themselves overplaying in Glasgow. Kit Searle to receive from Nick Willoughby. And it's low for ball 1. I think it was past Miles Peterson catching. Straight into the backstop. And equalises out there, 1-1. Two and one on the count. I think that's what it says there. Given the weather conditions and the paper as well. Another ball is drawn. We get 3 and 1. Ball 4 comes in low. Searle popped out in the first, but pushes that pitch count up as well. Remember, you're limited to 100 as a pitcher now, no matter which level of Scottish National Baseball League you're playing, single A or AAA. Diesel Barrios singled in the first. There's a throw over just to keep everybody honest at first base. Searle is safe whenever dives back and fingertips onto the bag to be sure of that one. Has to do that once more, and there's an overthrow from Willoughby. And Eddie's Esniak not able to get that one. And the Cannons drawing an out of bounds throw. And an extra 90 feet. Kit Searle now into scoring position. And that will go down as an error on Nick Willoughby's throw from the mound over to first. With no nice stadium wall or bouncing all the way down and out of bounds. You can see the ball go some distance here, but it also means getting awarded the next base. Very much an option. Given the conditions as well, continuing to draw those throws over to first. Looking for the overthrow. All's fair in baseball. That's a fast foul off there. So Barrios just stepping back from the box. Heads back in. Got himself all the way around to third in the inning, but an unusual scramble. Takes that one low for ball 1. An unusual scramble around first. So I'm tagged down on the attempt to get the first run on the board. Cannons still looking for that first run. It's 1 and 2 so far. There's a runner up at second. No out so far. Is that hit by pitch? There he is, having to lean into that one and taking it on the left shoulder. So, runners at first and second. Del Rosario took a 3-1 walk in the first inning. Situation where the Cannons are down by 1 run. And with no outs and runners at first and second, certainly putting their fingers in the graving seal. Grounded back up, passes past the mound, bounces past second base. 1 base past, and it's going to be Kitzel digging in, heads home, gets there, and the game is tied. Play was made over to third base from the outfield. But Barrios holding up at second. Del Rosario gets the RBI single. And it's a 1-all game. And situationally, very similar again on the field. Runners at first and second. No outs. Peter Rowe. As we get our 4th pitcher-pitcher combo, 2 on either side. And our microphone does bias towards the Cannons bench very slightly, so they're in fine vocal form with the support as well. Called strike on Peter Rowe. Runners remain at their bases. First and second. No outs. Goes to the inside. Peterson just throwing the fake throw to first, seeing if he can draw the steal attempt from second to third, but Barrios open to that one and declining. Roll steps back once more for a pitch that goes to the inside. Checking the count himself. And his commentator will say, thank you very much for making sure that reached the microphone. 3-1. No outs, so Rowe has a number of options here. Batting right-handed. And it's ball 4. So the bases are going to load up once more. And we've already seen the bases loaded situation. Nick Willoughby pitched out of that one in the second inning. But that was bases loaded with 2 outs. We're now bases loaded, no outs. So the Cannons, having tied the game up, have to go ahead at third. As a little grounder there comes from Rocky Sue, goes to the outfield. And there's one more run coming home. Barrios is there. Del Rosario gets it through as well. Cut-off throw into the middle of the diamond to cover all the other bases. Not enough. Grounder hitting there. Rocky Sue seeing the first pitch and decides to scalp that along the ground out towards the left field. And that's going to bring 2 home. Diso Barrios from third and Miguel Del Rosario from second. Peter Rowe just heading up to second base himself. And Sue now safely wrapped up at first. As we have third baseman Ewan Hernandez in and watches strike 1. said before, Cannons do like to have one big inning. Almost as if they keep tapping on the door with the grind, then at one point the dam breaks. Well, with the amount of water in the air, the dam breaking right now would be very interesting. It's a not two count. Wild pitch goes into the dirt, but nobody takes any more advantage of it. It's going to be called strike. And that will be strike 3. So just reaches the zone. And with that, we have third strikeout for Willoughby. Runners at first and second as we have kind of Steve Silverberg in now. Watches that ball, one curve down. So one away so far. And that's another scalp ground ball, goes up to shortstop. It's blocked in the ground. It's not going to go any further. It's thrown over to second for the force out, but it's called safe. Runners load up the bases once more. Fast grounder goes up towards short. And sitting out there, managing to stop the ball going any further on that one, but the throw from short to second, not in time. So Steve Silverberg with the single, loads up the bases once more. Peter Rowe over to third, Rocky Sue at second, and Steve Silverberg at first. Alex Peels into bat for the Cannons. And that's going to go out of bounds. Peels reaching on a dropped third strike in the second. So you just have a look. It's actually 4 strikeouts for Willoughby on. Just go back and check what my writing says. That dropped third strike, just confirmed there. Peels behind in the count. I think that's going to equalise it all up as that one goes outside and low. Comes in, reaches for that one. It's a little tickle on the ground. It's picked up by Willoughby, and there's a force out on Peter Rowe at home for the second out. Hills reaching on the fielder's choice, so the bases will remain loaded. Now it's Hugh at third, Silverberg at second, Pools at first. London Rouge time again, Jose Gonzalez. Drew the walk in the second. That should be a positive result if that happens again this time around. Pitch comes in high, so 25% of that job done. Two away. Bases loaded. Fast line drive goes out to first base. Desniak stops that going any further, gets a comfortable hold of it, and takes it over himself to the base. And with that, the side is retired. Now the Cannons, who came in with a 1-run deficit, are going out now with a 2-run lead. 3 hits in the inning, 3 runs on the board, and 3 left on base there as well. 1 hour charged to the Edinburgh Diamond Devils. The overthrow from pitcher Nick Willoughby over to first, crowning the bases. So we've played through 3 of the regulation 7. Rubik says that if the game is called 5 innings or after, then that'll be a game complete. If the weather would call that beforehand, then we'll come back and play the rest of the innings at a later date. Right now, though, the weather has eased up slightly, so I'm expecting we're going to be getting the regulation 7 in here. So when we come back, we are going to have the Diamond Devils top of the 4th. From there, we have to scroll back. Yes, we do have to scroll back just to double check what's going on there. We will have Leo Hernandez, Devin Greenshields, and Jamie Gray when we come back. Top of the 4th here. Going in the top of the 3rd, 0-0. I'm going at the top of the 4th with Edinburgh Diamond Devils 1, Edinburgh Cannons 3. Weather, well, it's staying where it is. It certainly never eased off a little bit from the grimness of the 1st and 2nd inning. 3rd inning, it's kind of stabilised out. There's no such thing as a commentator's curse. The weather's going to do whatever it's going to do, no matter what I say. And don't you think otherwise. Leo Hernandez, Devin Greenshields, and Jamie Gray for the Edinburgh Diamond Devils. Peter Rowe, starting pitcher, still on the bump. Curves that one down for it. Strike 1, away it goes. Fouled that one there, goes high and over. Outside and high, but Hernandez reaching out with the tip of the bat there. Ambition could have done with a little bit longer bat there, perhaps. Check swing as that one goes outside and low. And this pulls that one back in time. Foul down first base line. We'll stay at 1 and 2. Now with that, all of a sudden there's a tiny little bit of heat in the air. I mean, that just takes it from being a bit dank to still a bit dank, but conditions are certainly easing up as there's the off-speed high and outside. Count goes equal high. Pitch comes in. Scooped foul down first base again. So let's carry on with it again. 2 and 2 once more. No outs as yet in the top of the 4th. Devils 1, Cannons 3. As the Devils, Leo Hernandez fouls that one off. 2 and 2 once more. Guess what? Fouled off once more. And close to the tennis courts, where he's actually warming up and gets to practice his fly ball catching there as well. It's still 2 and 2. One more, and Peter Rowe will pitch himself into perpetual check. Nope, it's a little bouncing grounder, goes up towards second. Puels picks that up under throw for the elbow height. Silverberg at first for the out. 4-3. Puels getting that one comfortable. Takes one on the sidearm throw near enough. And over to first base it goes. One away. Devin Greenshield's in now. Popped up to centre field in the second inning. And we're looking to see a little bit more there. It says first pitch contact, gets a little ground towards Peter Rowe, back towards the pitcher, over to Silverberg. And that's a comfortable second out in the inning. Silverberg's left side and Silverberg's right side both getting a workout. One smart throw over from the third base, and he'll have his own personal left, centre, right at first base. Jamie Gray reached on a fielder's choice to close out the second inning with 2 away. No runners on, no runners reached. Cannons hoping to close this down fast and sharp. Wicked curve, gets called strike one. Swing and a miss, it was going to the outside as well. Not in 2. Just the one punch out for Peter Rowe so far. That was on Rizikowski back in the first inning. The rest of the time his outfield's been giving him the support needed. Not in 2. It's a chopper grounder. Del Rosario picks it up from short, comes into the centre of the diamond, throws it over to Silverberg, close enough to give him his left, centre, right for the 3 outs retired in order in the inning. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, none left on base, no errors charged to the Edinburgh Cannons. And we're at the halfway point here in our regulation 7. Cannons up by 2 runs in the 1-3 game. And when we come back looking to extend that, it's going to be the top of the order with Jack Vickerman, Kid Searle, and Iso Barrios coming up. Bottom of the 4th, top of the order for the Cannons. Vickerman, Searle and Barrios. 1 to the Diamond Devils, who are visiting, 3 to the Cannons, who are hosting. And Vickerman, third time facing Nick Willoughby, starting pitcher, carries on. And Willoughby gets ahead in the count, and Vickerman doesn't hit back, leaves it for the ball. So kind of hits back competitively, but not with the leather on the wood. That's a weak release there, I think, considered all round as he goes outside and low. Vickerman with a strikeout and a fly out so far. Comes in low but reaches the zone. Count goes equal high. Shaking off 1, shaking off 2. Decision the 3rd as time is called. Now, do you go through the ritual again, or do you stay with the one that you've settled on? You stay on the one settled, and it gives you outside low, ball 3. So, count is full. Vickerman leading off for the Cannons in the 4th here. Payoff. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that there is K number 5 for Nick Willoughby. And the second that he's delivered to Vickerman. Gets Earl Sepson now. Pop out and a walk on the card so far. That walk saw himself get all the way around for the first of the 3 runs that the Cannons put up in the 3rd inning. And remember, 100 pitch count limit. Swing! Golf swing style going for the fans, but it's a no contact made. Comes in, low and inside. Searle batting left-handed. He'll be happy with the first offered from his catcher, Miles Peterson, but it goes outside and low for another ball. So still has one option in hand with a 3-1 count. Comes in, check swing. Cashes in the spare strike. Second full count and as many batters for Nick Willoughby. Green Shields playing deep on the right field just in case the distance is reached for. Sarah was hoping, but swings and strikes out. Potentially looking for the fence there. Devils defense by the fence. Expecting that as well, but said, all right, you've got to get some contact between the leather and the wood, and it wasn't there. So 2 up, 2 down. 2 strikeouts from Nick Willoughby. Both coming from full counts as well. So it's Adiso Barrios with a single and a hit by pitch. Into face now. Pops that one up high. Centre field, everybody's underneath it. Somebody put their name on it. Green Shields has to come in and does not make the catch. Has to slide underneath that one in the weather. As it was just going for a gap in that, and everybody running in from the Devils defence. And somehow, in all of that, Adiso Barrios threads the needle and puts it just out of reach. The ball hits the ground as the foot hits the first base bag. That's going to be one of those. Wait for the official scoring line to come through. Miguel Del Rosario, a walk and an RBI single as the steal goes on from Barrios. And it's a comfortable jog up to second. It's going to be called as a reach on error for Barrios on a muffed catch. But he's stolen up to second, so into scoring position. Off the first pitch as well. And we're at a 2-0 count now with Miguel Del Rosario. As said there, a walk and an RBI single. 2-0 count, both are available. Still goes on from second to third. Peterson does do the throw up to third. It bounces just in front and it's an overthrow into third. So Barrios is going to take another 90 feet and bring home run number 4 for the Edinburgh Cannons. It's a 4-1 game to the home team. The steal was on down from second to third. Peterson decides to go for the throw. And just a wicked bounce on the ground. Out by third base. Gets past Oscar Zabowski. And 90 feet away. Becomes no feet away. And Barrios puts himself over home plate for the second time in the game.
To some degree, I'm trying my best. We all good though? I've got a couple of used game balls we want to swatch out, which are dry. We'll look between innings.
So we're just taking some time here to check the condition of our baseballs while the falling rain, moisture, water has reduced falling, and it's been quite thick in the air for the last 2.5 hours of game time. As that one there is given a proper scalp line drive out, but it's going to be back over to first base. It's going to be called safe. And with that, the throw over from Evan Olner at short to Buddy Zesniak at first. Zesniak gets it in the glove, out the glove and back in the glove. A tiny, tiny bobble in the hand. But it's ruled as safe for Miguel Del Rosario. Again, we're going to just hold off and wait for the official scoreline on that one. It's a pick-off attempt over there at first. And then ghost throw back from Willoughby over to Zesniak to try and just draw. But no luck there. Miguel Del Rosario at first. Peter Rowe wanted another check throw over to first base. We're still waiting to see the pitch. And Del Rosario has also been given a reach on error. So 2 fielding errors following 2 strikeouts. So the Cannons getting to play some bonus time here in the bottom of the 4th. Steal attempt there. Literally 2 or 3 feet from Del Rosario before he steps back in again. It's a 1-1 count on Peter Rowe and all of that. He's just keeping his head and his focus as we go through the batting here. And there goes the steal. Del Rosario heads up from first to second. It's a slow looping throw over from Peterson up to second base. It's not going to be in time, so Del Rosario gets into scoring position. And you can hear team captain now Silverberg doing my job for me. Anybody wants to join me, by the way, the microphones who's in Edinburgh or around game areas, we do have a colour microphone here. If you want to pop in for an inning or two, get in touch with us, baseballscotland.co.uk. Yeah, well, pitch goes to the outside, and Del Rosario takes himself second to third. 90 feet away for run which would be run number 5. Two strikes against Rowe. And strike 3 called there. The energy drawn out of that. And it's 3 strikeouts for Nick Willoughby in the inning. But 2 errors saw runners get on base. And another error brought home Ediso Barrios. So no hits, 1 run, 1 left on base for the Edinburgh Cannons, with 3 errors charged to the Edinburgh Diamond Devils. Played through 4 of the regulation 7, and it is Edinburgh Diamond Devils 1, Edinburgh Cannons 4. And coming up, Oscar Zabowski, Miles Peterson, and Evan Olner to follow. Into the 5th of the regulation 7 here at the Bobby Thompson Memorial Field, Worston playing field here in North Edinburgh. Our 2 Edinburgh clubs to the older club. I could try that again. I'll just leave it in. That's what happens. 2 of Edinburgh's oldest clubs who are still playing. The Edinburgh Diamond Devils and the Edinburgh Cannons facing each other. Devils, their nominated visitors. Cannons are at home. It's Oscar Zabowski, Miles Peterson and Evan Olner 8-9-1 on the card. 1-2-3 here in the fifth is Peter Rowe. Starting pitcher continues on the bump for the Cannons. No changes in the defense as yet. And first bite of the cherry there goes to Oscar Zabowski. He'll swing and a miss on that one. And for those of you wondering, we've got a Ritz Zabowski and an Oscar Zabowski. As mentioned earlier, Ritz the elder, Oscar's the younger. Oscar Zabowski, 1 run for the Devils. And it was an RBI from his dad. Elder and younger combining to put 1 on the board for the Devils. Well, there's 4 on the boards on the Cannon side, so it's a 3-run deficit being chased here from a 2-2 count. It's a lined base hit, goes out to left field. Jack Frickerman picks that one in and relays that in. Just to stop anything further. Zabowski though, base hit, brings himself up to first base for the second time to give himself a 2-for-2 game. And that base hit first time around opened up the third, which was a scoring inning for the Devils. Miles Peterson, Lantern Rouge in the lineup for the Devils, now looking to keep the momentum going, but falls behind in the count. It's 0-1. Popped up, goes out towards left field, but it is right field. It's going to be a comfortable catch out there from Jose Gonzalez. 1 away. So 1 away. Runner stays at first. It is back to the top of the order. Evan Allner for the Devils is a pop out and a walk on his batter's card so far in the game. Curveball to the bottom of the zone. Strike 1. So it's a 3-run gap. Extra one put on by the Cannons there in the last inning, following 3 errors. Swing and a miss, strike 2. You'd think that the Devils would want to do some damage to that 3-run gap in this inning to keep themselves close, in touch, and mentally on top of the game. Cannons though, 4th inning was a bang, bang, bang. Not going to have that immediately in this one as we open up with a single, but be looking to close out quickly. Put the pressure back on the New England Devils defense. And just push another run or 2 over for this local derby. Scooped up, then that goes and drops in the center field, so base hit for Evan Allner, and an advance up to second for Oscar Zabowski. 1 away, runners first and second. Allner scooping that one as it just leans very slightly towards left of centre. And drops in the gap for the single. Zabowski the elder, swing and a miss. And Oscar Zabowski scoring position up at second. Evan Allner on first. Zabowski is the tying run. It'll lead to some work and some small ball. Both teams have shown that in the past that they are able to do that. 1 victory apiece so far in the season between these two. It's one out so far. Swing and a grounder goes up towards first. Silverberg can do that unassisted. So there's 2 away. 2 go into scoring position. But it's costing out. So runner at third. Oscar Zabowski. Runner at second. Evan Olner. First base is open. 2 away, and the Edinburgh Diamond Devils down by 3 in a 1-4 game. Here's Esniak. High ball out to centre field. And a high ball out to second base for not 2 so far. Sneaks ahead to start off with. Here's the tying run again. Ball to the outside. Nick Willoughby is warming up on deck.
Is that your chair?
Which would be
Yeah, well, I found it at the end after it like locked up, so I was like,
picture coming up shortly. If something can be found from Zesniak. First base is open with 2 outs. And Rowe just gets that one pushed over wide to the outside. So it's a 3-1 count. First base is open for Rowe. And he'll be looking to close that out and take the pressure off the defense. Foul bouncer towards first base. So it's a lean back again. Everybody keep the focus going. And all the lights are on. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Rowe just glancing back, checking the layout of his defense. Takes the first pitch suggestion offered to him by his catcher, but it's going to be heavy inside for ball 4. And the bases get loaded up. Zesniak on first. Olner on second. Zukowski on third. 2 away so far. And there is a little check in the infield. Catcher, pitcher, and Steve Silverberg coming over as well. Silverberg team captain. Potentially checking on the pitch count in his head. And the arm on Rowe in the centre. So bases loaded, 2 away. Cannons up by 4, defending a 3 lead. Diamond Devils is the one on the board. Tying run is at first base. Go ahead run is at bat. It's Nick Willoughby, so it's pitcher. A walk and a fly out on the card so far. The Devils would like the former. Cannons would like the latter. Willoughby sits back. Takes the ball. Cannons will possibly have in their head the run of walks that they received from Tayport Breakers last week. And that's going to be a line drive. Bounces fair in the left outfield. 1 run comes home. 2nd run comes home. It's going to be a ground rule double to make it round. And the 4-1 score line becomes 4-3. Line drive from Willoughby. Gets the extra base on the ground, hit double. That brings home Oscar Zabowski, who's been a 2 for 2 games and has come home as well. Evan Olner also making it round. Buddy Sesniak now awarded 3rd bases. And Nick Willoughby up to second. So, 2 away. Runners at second and third. First base is open. Leo Hernandez walking the ground out. Leans back and lets it go past. We're back to a 1-run game. And the question of giving and receiving pressure at baseball. And now it is the Devils' chance to give the pressure back to the Cannons. Line drive, it's long, it's fast, it's ground rule, double to the right-hand field. 2 come through, and with that, the Edinburgh Diamond Devils go from a 1-run deficit to a 1-run lead here in the top of the 5th. And from a position of comfort from the Cannons, the Devils small balled themselves round, and 2 ground rule double, 2 RBI hits have done the job. Zesniak getting himself given over. Willoughby, the ground rule double to first. Ball round with the second ground rule double. 4 runs on the board. Leo Hernandez now in scoring position up at second base. Devin Greenshields ready to step in. It's a fly, it's a pop out and a ground out for Greenshields so far. Cannons are just taking a moment. Let's see if we're going to be having a pitcher change at the moment for the final out. We are going to be getting a pitcher change for the Edinburgh Cannons. So we will be back with you shortly. Just looking in who we have. It's actually just wind back to the gap. Reuben, just wind back to the gap where I said we'll be having the pitcher change, and we'll go from there. It's just a straight switch. That mic's off.
Okay. Yes, it's all positional. I've just updated the app, so in theory you should be able to see it as well.
Okay, so is it just Peter and Kit switching over, or do we have a bit more?
Jose to centre, Peter to right.
Jose Hernandez. Jose Gonzalez going out to centre, yep. Peter going out to right field, and Kit coming in to pitch. Got it.
No worries.
Thank you. I mean, it was already mostly awake as it was. I mean, look, I'm just glad I said right before the 2 ground rule thing. Cannons made me remember what happened last week.
I just said to Nick, he's a fucking cannon killer. It's always Nick who gets us.
I said that, and I'm just like commentator got happy because then it's bang bang. No such thing. Doesn't exist. Vin Scully told me so. I've seen the lesson. I don't know. Maybe if you bought me a roof. It's a nice.
Hey, let's go, Kit. You go, baby. Let's go, Devin. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Devin.
So we have a new pitcher coming in, which is Kit Sarrell. And his first two, Devin Greenshields of the Diamond Devils. Gets the strike. So 2 away so far. There's a runner up at second. It's a not to count on Devin Greenshields. Kit Sarrell, 2 pitches, 2 strikes. Lincoln to pitch the Cannons there, and that pops up incredibly high. It's almost vertical. Who's coming underneath that? Miguel Del Rosario in the glove. And with that, the Edinburgh Diamond Devils are retired. But not before they put 4 runs onto the board. And with that, they take the lead. 5 to the Devils, 4 to the Cannons. Coming up, it's going to be the bottom of the 5th. And we are going to welcome in Rookie Sue, Ewan Hernandez, and Steve Silverberg. Bottom of the 5th here. And it's a game that is going back and forward between the 2 local rivals right now. Edinburgh Diamond Devils 5, Edinburgh Cannons 4. And we do have Nick Willoughby continuing in to pitch. Peter Rowe, starting pitcher for the Cannons, actually came out of that last inning. His final line, 4.2 pitch, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout. Starting pitcher, though, for the Diamond Devils, Nick Willoughby, is still in. We'll check his pitching count in a moment. He will be getting close to the 100. Strike 1 on Rookie Sue to open up the bottom of the 5th. It's Rookie Sue, Ewan Hernandez, and Steve Silverberg. Strike 2. And now with all the paperwork, I'm second guessing whether that first one was a strikeout or not. Thankfully, we have a great big laser display. No, we don't. We just have a soggy bit of paper. A little grounder. Rookie Sue picks that over. Zabowski throws that over from short to first. Comfortably caught. Tiny bubble, but it's going to be safe in the glove for the first out there. And that is a 5-3 there. Just check over the field chart. Oscar Zabowski doing the job there. So 1 away. Ewan Hernandez. Ground out. Strikeout called previously. Loses footing there and falls back. The weather has eased up in the air. Its impact on the ground, though, still being felt. Willoughby brings in 1 high and outside for a ball. Cannons finding the voice. And again, Bench doing the count job for me there. As that's high for ball 4. Now that puts Ewan Hernandez the tying run. On to first. Steve Silverberg now is the go-ahead. The captain steps in from the right-hand side. Lefty-righty matchup for Nick Willoughby. No defensive changes for the Devils at the moment. We had 1 or 2 coming in there, and Kit Sarrell came in to pitch for the Cannons, and when we return for the sixth. We'll go over those in detail. Check throw over to first, keep everybody honest. Fernandez back in time. Tesniak keeping the glove out in case there's going to be a snap throw over to first again. It'll be just out the corner of his eye, keeping an eye on that. Runner goes from first up to second. It's a high throw. It's going to be relayed up to base. It's not going to be in time, so Fernandez slides in there safe. Goes underneath that one. Silverberg gets the ball as that's thrown high. Peterson then having to bring that down under control before the fast toss up to second. Tying run goes into scoring position though, and it's 2-0 on the count. Go ahead here from Steve Silverberg, ready to swing. Silverberg lets it go by high and outside. It's going to be a passed ball into the fence, but Hernandez does not take the opportunity offered. There's a going high, and it was going down third base line, so Peterson was already getting closer. And there would not have been enough time to go for that one there, so small ball skills win out. Silverberg gets a 3-0. It's high and outside again, ball 4. 2 consecutive walks coming off Willoughby. And Peterson heads up to have a word with his pitcher. Max Pujols reached on a drop third in the second. Fielder's choice as well, so he's an adventurous time getting up to first base on both of his plate appearances so far. One away. Tying run at second base. Go ahead at first. Strawberries and cream at home. Home steps back. Ball 1. Strike given there. Throwing the numbers, throwing the stats, but it's the emotion, it's the pressure. And it's another high pitch that goes down towards the third base side. Bill's getting the ball from it. One away so far. 2-1 on the count.
Hey! Hey! I call walk. My call. Okay? No one call anything.
He say back.
Get him. Time! It's all time!
No!
My bad.
It's okay. Dale.
I heard walk.
No, está diciendo que se regrese.
Okay.
You probably made that one out there. The excitable Cannons bench with their coaching. Suspicion from our home plate umpire that he heard the word balk, called time, just to ease out on the confusion. Even more confusion is it's just a one umpire crew today. So time was called to keep everybody fair and calm down. And Hernandez not quite hearing the time or going for an opportune bounce down to third base. So everybody reset. It's a 1-1 count. There's a runners at first and second with 1 away. And Hernandez goes for the seal down from second to third this time, but it's a high throw. So he's going to reach the bag before gravity pulls down Zabowski onto the bag. So at the corners, count goes equal high. Runners at the corners. One away. Tying run at third. Count is equal high. Runner goes from first to second. Step is on, but it's going to be called strike 3. So 2 into scoring position. Pujols not making an impact though with the at-bat. And it's K8 for Willoughby. On turn Rouge, Jose Gonzalez in now. Runners at second and third. Tying at third. Go ahead at second. 2 away so far. Count goes not 1 there. Leans back. Ball is given. He'll be just asking if that was a little bit low and gets his answer. Count is equal low, 1-1. And the off speed finds the inside line. It's 1-2. So the tying run is at third, but it's a 1-2 count. Willoughby can pitch his team back towards the dugout and retain the lead. Swing and a miss. Dropped third. But it's going to be out at first on a very gentle throw up there. And through 5. Devils piled on the runs in the top and held themselves steady, held the nerve and kept a clean sheet in the bottom of the 5th. No hits, no runs. 2 left on base in scoring position for the Cannons. And no errors that I can see that are going to be charged to the Devils lineup. So it remains Devils 5, Cannons 4 as we go into the 6th. And coming up to see if they can extend the lead for the Diamond Devils will be Jamie Gray, Oscar Zdebowski and Miles Peterson. Top of the 6th here in Edinburgh. Edinburgh Diamond Devils 5, Edinburgh Cannons 4. These teams are 2nd and 3rd in the league. Cannons a half a game back from the Breakers at the top. Diamond Devils 2 back from the Breakers, 1.5 from the Cannons. Kit Searle continuing to pitch in relief. And that's going to be ball 1. It goes outside and low. Jamie Gray, followed by Oscar Zdebowski and Miles Peterson for the Devils. Ball 2 comes in. Gray so far is a fielder's choice. And he ground out. Contact there, and it's going to be a base hit as it falls into the gap behind Pujols and centre field. I know we've had some couple of changes out there, so centre field go through those changes now. Peter Rowe, when he left for pitching, went out to the right field. That brought in Jose Gonzalez out to the centre field and gets out from centre field in to pitch. So Gonzalez having to run in and get that one, but base hit for Gray. So swing and a miss coming now from Oscar Zdebowski. He's in a 2-for-0 game so far. For those of you new around there, obviously you have the tying run and you have the go-ahead. Well, not just in Wimbledon week that you have strawberries and cream. The go-to ahead, just like you have an eagle in the Scottish game of golf, you have your strawberries and cream here at Baseball Scotland, and that's at first base, threatening to do the steal. Oscar Zdebowski though, 2 strikes against him in the count. Steal goes on from first to second. Ball goes, locks itself down in the dirt. So stolen base. Strawberries and cream in a scoring position. Devils will be looking to build on a slender lead now. That pops up high and over the commentary table. Sorry, the glorious four-walled, air-conditioned, perfectly heated commentary booth. Yeah, it's a picnic table. It's a very wet picnic table right now. But baseball is baseball. So we stay at 1 and 2. Fouled there. Bansky managing to get that into his own ankle. One in scoring position. That is Jamie Gray up at second base. Devils with the 1-run lead. 5-4. It's a slim lead though. Both teams have put up innings with just 1 run. Both teams have put up an inning with multiple runs. We've got a regulation 7 here. Top of the 6th. And the ball called there as Searle looked back to Jamie Gray at second, overextended himself and continued on the movement. He's just taken a moment to question that and find his There's a question there from Silverberg. Look, I'm going to be honest, I think Steve coming over that one, yes, is partly to check what the ball call was for, but I think it was also just to give Sal a little bit more time to recenter himself. The pitch down there. Spence manages to foul another one off and keep that battle going. The Strawberries and Cream, though, is at third base, 90 feet away. Small ball all round. Get your 90 feet wherever you can. And right now, Jamie Gray's got a single, a stolen, and a balk on the line. Pitch decided between catcher and pitcher. It's a ball down in the dirt as well. Goes back onto the diamond. Yeah, the advice coming through. 2-2. Goes wide and low. 3 balls. 2 strikes. No outs. Strawberries and Cream to go 2 in the lead. He's up at third base. Payoff. And it's left for ball 4. Barsky fights back from not 2. 2 singles and a walk in the game so far, so we get runners at the corners, no outs. Lantern Rouge, Miles Peterson, catcher for the Diamond Devils, steps in now. Runners at the corners. Pitch comes in. Strike in the outside of the zone. Devils and the Cannons know each other well. Check throw over to first base, keep everybody honest. Everybody is. Runners will stay at the corners. Teams know that the Devils will grind, the Cannons will find a way to put in a big inning. It's going to be popped up. It's going to be in foul territory, but it's going to be carried out of. Yep, carried out of bounds. We're just waiting for the official call. So, ball was popped up. It was caught in foul territory, but Silverberg then carried it out of bounds. And with that, extra bases are awarded. So, that brings Jamie Gray home. Make it a 6-4 game. Zabowski heads up to second base on the out of bounds call. So Peterson is caught out. And let's see a fly. It's going to be a fly ball out to third in foul territory that goes OB. So if you're doing a scorecard at home, by the way, F3FOOB, all in one box. Congratulations on trying to decode that one a couple of years later. Right, where are we situationally? We're back to the top of the order for the Diamond Devils. Evan Olner, who is in a 1-for-2 game with a walk as well. He's got a one of his teammates up in scoring position. That's Oscar Zabowski. And the Devils are now up 2 runs. 6-4 game. And Strawberries and Cream brought home on a ball carried out of bounds. Kit Searle brings that one inside. Ball 1. So we're here in the 6th. Solid contact, bounces in front of Del Rosario in the shortstop, bounces again in the hand, and he's just going to eat that one and not throw either way. So that will be a single for Olner. 2 for 3 in the game. Zabowski puts himself on to third base. So runners again at the corners. It's Zabowski, an RBI single in the game so far in a 1-for-3 adventure. Runner goes from first up to second. Olner puts himself into scoring position as well. Runners at second and third. It's 1 out so far. Touch of wind comes in. The cloud. Line drive. It's a fair ball. It's going deep into the right field. Brings home Zabowski as well. Dad brings home son for one more run, and the distance is there. It's going to be called ground rule double. And that's going to bring home Evan Olner there as well. So it's the ground rule doubles making the difference. It's Zabowski with a 2 RBI in a match. So an RBI single and a 2 RBI double. It all looks nice and symmetrical there. Oscar getting pushed home by his dad once more in the game. Olner also making it home as well. 3 on the board in this inning. And coming in with the 5-4 to keep it all balanced. Just a meaning at the mound for the Cannons to gather themselves together. We'll just double check on the final score. It is being a ground roll double for Rich Rubowski. And that takes us to an 8-4 game. Edinburgh Diamond Devils going in with a 1-run lead, looking to getting a little bit more comfortable. And they brought home the Strawberries and Cream run in Jamie Gray to make it a 6-4 game and a 2-run lead. And then the ground rule double doubles the lead as well. It's 8-4. Cannons taking the time just to reset themselves. Feeling themselves a little bit hectic around some of those final plays and calls. So we're 1 away. Maurice Esniak is into bat for the Devils, and he has Rich Zabowski in scoring position up at second. Kit Searle just does the check through and tosses back to second to keep the steal away. And that one's taken and golf swing and lofted into the gap in the shallow right field. It's going to just escape from the gloves and everything. Zabowski digs in. Run number 9 comes over the plate for the Diamond Devils. Puts them out of reach in the grand slam. 9-4. As Maurice Esniak gets that single. And it's an RBI single as well. Brings in the next run for the Devils. There's only 1.5 games between these two clubs in the league. Cannons 1.5 ahead of the Devils. The Devils, of course, can cut that deficit down to 1/2 as well. Nick Willoughby is in now. 1 for 2 so far. He ground rule doubled in the 5th. Brought home 2 runs with that. Right now he's just got one teammate on at first. And it's going to be a swing and a miss there on that one as Sarah brings one in flat and low. It's not 2 count. Pitcher here. I think it's swing and a miss. And a strikeout is drawn on Nick Willoughby. So it's 2 away. And that will be first K for Kit Searle. And yeah, that was the first Searle-Willoughby pitcher combination in that direction. So it's 2 away. Runner at first. Leo Hernandez in now. Walker ground out and a ground rule double for a 1 for 2 game. And called strike goes to the outside low. Hernandez batting left-handed. Searle with a bit of anger in the throw in the pitch there as that goes inside for the knees. And contact made. It's going to be a base hit going down right field line. Pickerman is out there deciding it's where it's going to throw. It's going to be the long throw actually from Pete Rowe, who's now out in right field over to cover third base. Sesniak's going to hole up at second, and that blocks any extra bases being taken. But Hernandez gets a single. 2 hits in the game. Sesniak in a scoring position. Welcome in. Quinn Fair is in for Devon Greenshields. And leans back from that one and takes another ball as well. Glance round, check, runners at first and second. 2 away. And goes outside and low. Quinn Fair looks to be coming into pitch for the bottom of the 6th as well. We'll just get there in a moment. So runners at first and second, 2 away. And it's a shallow pop, and it goes over the heads of Kit Searle and Mounds. It's going to be a run on. Sesniak's going to try and get it. He's going to try and outpace the throw, slides in, and he's safe. And there's one more run comes home. The toss goes back up to third. Check the extra bases. Called safe at third. And the Edinburgh Diamond Devils go into double figures to make it a 10-4 game. Leo Hernandez was safely up at second, decided to go for the extra base. It says Sesniak dug in for home. It was an inches close decision, but Hernandez is going to be there at third. Sesniak is going to have brought himself all the way around there as well. And we will just wait to see where Quinn Fair is. And of Quinn Fair getting the RBI single. It's going to be replaced by a temporary runner as he gets ready to pitch in the bottom of the 6th as we go round the order. And the Cannons taking a moment to gather themselves as they get fall behind by one more run. So we're going to have Nick Willoughby as the temporary runner for Quinn Fair at first. Leo Hernandez is over at third. And the Edinburgh Diamond Devils, who are coming in here with a 1-run lead, looking to put on a little bit more. They've actually put on a lot more. 5 runs in the inning so far. And we've went round the order. Jamie Gray, ground rule. Jamie Gray got the single. And all of that, and Steele heading up as well. The runners, it's second and third. Quinn Fair up from first to second. That's going to be a line drive. Base hit, goes down in right field. And there's Leo Hernandez coming home for one more run. And it's going to be pinch runner Nick Willoughby, temporary runner, coming in for Quinn Fair. 2 more going across the board. Quinn Fair comfortably around to third base, and then with that sharp line drive into the gap down in right field, turns around and does just a little bit more. Jamie Gray getting the RBI single. And coming in now, second appearance in this inning, is going to be Oscar Zagowski. And that's fouled, clips over the top of the fence. Well, the highlighters going down the scorecard tell their own story here. Zagowski drew the walk previously in this inning. There's 2 singles previously to do that. A strong card. Still on top of the 6th, 2 away, runner at first. Line drive, goes up the middle. It's going to be a base hit as it rolls into the outfield. Diamond Devils pouring more pressure onto the Cannons. Jamie Gray up to second. Zagowski now in a 3-for-3 game, reaching in 4 plate appearances. And it's round to the Lantern Rouge again. Miles Peterson. Miles not for 3. A ground out, a fly out, and F3 FOB on your scorecards for the third one. You know, I know we have some people from the Reddit/r/baseball scorecards popping in on this one. I might just pop out that play and let you all work out how you would have put that on your cards instead. We're going to be going for a pitcher change here, so we will be back in a moment. The Edinburgh Diamond Devils taking command over this game here in the top of the 6th. It's Devils 12, Cannons 4. Is that Jack, Rocky? Is that Jack going in? Lantern Rouge. How are you doing? Are you packing up? No, I'm just getting my chair out. Okay.
It's on, like I got it on live.
So welcome back, as we've got two changes to note here. One of them is the pitcher change. Kit Searle is going to be going out to left field, and that's going to bring in from left field Jack Vickerman in as our third pitcher. And we also have a straight substitution as well. So Jose Gonzalez comes out. And they're coming in to replace Jose, be Adam Fortune Smith. It's Miles Peterson now, not for 3. 2 away. Watches the cold strike come past. Runners at first and second. 2 away. Jack Vickerman. So Jack Vickerman, who's just come in to be pitching, is being balk has been called on Vickerman. And now that will put 2 into scoring position.
That was too evident.
Alright, he's still learning as well, so I appreciate you telling him.
Last week they didn't call it, so we don't know what rules to follow. I'm with you.
Baseball rules.
No, I'm with you.
The rules you have to follow, baseball rules.
So I think you can hear there questions and explanations around the calling.
Okay, next time, next complaint, it's going to be a jet set. Okay? That's a warning for everybody. Both teams. 1, 2.
So that's a warning issued to both teams in terms of rules lawyering if you're not an umpire. So 1-2 comes in, strike 3 is called. And with that, the Devils are retired. I think a lot of the heat and the pressure was drawn out during the pitcher change in that one, but as you can hear there, the temperatures remain high on the Cannons bench. Let's see, how many hits on that one? Everybody start counting on your board. 8 hits coming off that inning by the looks of my eye here. 7 runs going on the board. Gives us Edinburgh Diamond Devils 12, Edinburgh Cannons 4. Left on base with 2, and errors. I've not been keeping track of them, I'll be honest. I don't have somebody behind me keeping track on those ones, so let's just head over to the official score table on that one. It's going to be 1 error charged to the Edinburgh Cannons during that inning. So it's going to go into the bottom of the 6th. The Edinburgh Cannons, 8 runs back, 6 outs to find them and more if needs be, and doing the job on that one. We believe we're going to be going back to the top of the order. Jack Vickerman, Kit Searle, and Ediso Barrios to follow. Ewan Spence here. Baseball Scotland. Link, like, love, share, subscribe. All the usuals. Leave your comments. Reuben Hustler doing production in the truck. Back with you in a moment.
Jack. You got Jack. Good eye.
Quinn Fair into pitch for the Edinburgh Diamond Devils. And he's facing Jack Vickerman in the top of the order. Two balls so far. That one comes in high, and Peterson gets the glove on it and nearly pushes it over the backstop. Now, if you had runners on at that point, there's extra bases there as well. So safe on that one. At least from the extra bases. I'll take us 3-0. One goes low inside, and opening batter becomes opening base runner. Jack Vickerman draws the walk and heads up to first base. 8-run deficit for the Edinburgh Cannons. They've just seen 7 runs posted in a single inning by their opposition, so it is not without precedent. Even in this game, you only need to go back 1/2 inning to realise the Cannons' target is very, very much achievable. The defence, though, of the Diamond Devils has been steady so far. Steelers on from first to second. And we're just gonna.
You don't call that. That's my call. That's my call. That's my call.
So, Kit Searle expecting to be called hit by pitch, but not called by our home plate umpire Jorge Crespo. After the previous bickering, both benches were issued a warning in terms of talking back to the umpire. So, fine tightrope being walked there by Searle. Count is equal low, 1-1. Jack Vickerman is up at second, and it's hit straight back towards the pitcher. Fair takes that one, throws, and he's just lost on the ground with him, so there's no opportunity for him to snap that over to first, as that goes straight towards him and then diverts itself towards the third bag. Jack Vickerman not getting any further distance on that one. So it's just runners at first and second. So we'll be credited with the single on that one. Ediso Barrios, a single, a hit by pitch, and a reach on error on the card. Teammates at first and second. 8 runs for the Cannons to find as the wind picks up a little bit. Just blowing away the heavy dew, moisture laden wall of water that we had with rain that just hung in the sky and refused to fall. Replaced now with a sharp wind. Fair coming in relief and pitches that ball behind Barrios. Cannons will now be going, well, we have a relief pitcher here. Willoughby strength has been taken off the board. Line drive straight into the glove. Oscar's about to get third base. Relays that up to second and gets the second out there. And 2 away on the play there. Barrios lining straight into the glove of Oscar Zabowski at third base. And Zabowski getting the relay throw up and catching Vickerman off guard. Up at second. So 2 away. Check throw over to first. It's high. It's going to go foul territory. It's going to go out of bounds. Kit Searle gets the out of bounds bonus bag. So Kit Searle into scoring position up at second base. But it's 2 outs so far. Miguel Del Rosario into bat. Walker single and a reach on error as well. Steps back out the way, but fair finds the edge of the zone on the inside. Strike 1. Edinburgh Diamond Devils now with an 8-run lead, and knowing that focus is key. That big innings can be delivered on both sides. The Cannons have done that to them before. The Devils have just done it to the Cannons as well. Let's dive down just a little bit so I can dive into the big book of scores. As that's thrown behind. Del Rosario gets the equal count. April the 19th, Devils 7, Cannons 8. May the 3rd, Cannons 2, Devils 4. Teams will meet themselves again on August the 16th. But today it's Devils 12, Cannons 4. That's actually a swing, and it's going to go wild at the back. It's dropped third strike, so it's going to be Kit Searle in the third base on the run, and Del Rosario gets up to first base. So runners at the corners. Baseball has no memory. Cannons need to play in exactly the same way and just work all their batters around the bases. Diamond Devils need to stay sharp, stay focused, get the outs. There's 4 outs left in regulation for the Cannons to find the runs they need. Steele goes on from first up to second. Del Rosario draws a fake throw from Peterson, trying to draw Searle in to the sprint to first to home, but it's not going to be taken. Del Rosario on the stolen base. And that's the next ball for Peter Rowe. Lets that one go past. Get the wind picking up. It goes outside low for ball 3. And it'll now be a game of patience for both teams. As that one goes inside low, bounces wild. And everybody's going to stay and hold at the bases. So we're bases loaded as the walk is drawn there. Peter Rowe. So Kit Searle at third, Miguel Del Rosario at second, Peter Rowe over at first. Rocky Sue comes in to RBI single in the game. It's a 1 for 3 though, strikeout and ground out in there as well. 2 away for the Cannons, chasing down an 8-run lead. Pitch comes in, outside low, ball 1. Fair, still looking to settle in comfortably, find the zone. Put him in place so the ball can go for his defense to work it out. Curveball there, lets him get the count equal low, 1-1. Bottom of the 6th in regulation 7. Cannons will feel that they need to put some on the board in this inning. So that's just inside and low. 2-1. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Comes in high, ball 3. So the walk here will put in 1 of the 8 runs needed to tie. It'll also, fun and games, give Rocky Sue an RBI. Comes in, fouls that one off high and up and over the backstop. Will just reach the Volvo in the car park. So all the lights are on. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. How many flags can you raise on a single scoreboard? This is it. Quinfair delivers high and behind. Ball 4. 12-4 becomes 12-5. Everybody moves around the bases. Searle puts 1 run on the board in the inning for the Edinburgh Cannons. Singled after Jack Vickers' walk. That one's going to be popped up. It's going to be just out of reach of Peterson to pop up on the catcher. Fence there, just literally, if they built the fence or a temporary backstop here, maybe 1 foot back, that would have been enough to get the glove under it. As it is, Hernandez goes 0-1. Just misses the top of the zone, that one there. Count goes equal low. 1-1, 2 away, bases loaded. Cannons chasing down the Devils. Ball 2. Devils are on the horizon but not out of sight.
Se puede amarrar el coso, es que cuando sale la camisa le hace, mira, no la tiene adentro.
They will call the translator in on that one. The ball was given. It's a 2-1. That goes low. 3-1. Bases loaded. 2 away so far. Quinfair. We're going to close this inning out for the Devils. Not finding it so far. Strike taken. All the flags up again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first, runner at second, runner at third. There the chance once more to close out the 6th. And it's ball 4. So everybody moves round. Hernandez gets the RBI walk. Miguel Del Rosario, run number 2 in the inning. So Peter Rowe moves round to 3rd. Rocky Sue moves up to 2nd. Ivan Hernandez at 1st. 2 runs on the board. 12-4 becomes 12-6. And Quinfair just going for a stretch. We're going for a pitcher change at the moment as well. But Zasniak is going to be coming in for the Diamond Devils. So we'll take just a brief moment, give yourself a stretch here, and we will be back. Captain Steve Silverberg for the Edinburgh Cannons will be 2 out, bases loaded at bat.
Hey, 2 down, boys. Let's go ahead.
Hey, here we go, Sticks. Do that back shot, baby. Let's go, Cannons. Here we go. Hey, shut up, Cannons. Here we go now.
Hey.
Buddy Zesniak pitching in relief towards Steve Silverberg. Silverberg lofts that one. It's a potential catch there on the run, and it's in the glove and it's out the glove. 1 run's come home on that. Rocky Sue is going to make it 2, comes home. It's a 12-8 game. The swing there sent the ball in towards the gap. The Devils were running in for it, and they almost had that covered. They just needed another ½ inch on that one as it bubbled in and out of the glove. It's going to be officially given as a drop fly, but I think that's, given the conditions, a called it the Devil. Well, you know, if you were Steve and you wanted the single back, you might just want to put a little question mark on that as well. But the board says E4. What he does do, though, is it brings in 2 scores. Puts Ewan Hernandez up to second base. He goes for the steal to third. And the tag was applied, but not in time. Hernandez managing to get underneath that one. Attempted steal from second to third, and Hernandez turning back pretty sharpish on that one. So runners at first and second, 2 away. Counters the closing and scored. Line drive goes over the head of second base. It's in, drops into the gap, and we're just going to get 1 base advanced each. And that's going to load them all up. Even Hernandez brings himself over to third. Steve Silverberg up to second, and the single there from Alex Pujols puts him onto first base. Adam Fortune Smith in now for his first at bat of the game. Zesniak pitching in. And ball 1. Zesniak pitching right-handed, throws that one wide across the first base line. And unfortunately Smith batting right-handed there as well. It's ball 2. Bases are loaded. 4 runs on the board so far in this inning. As that ball comes in, head and high. That was a 12-4 coming into the inning. It's a 12-8 now. 2 outs. And appeals there for the bulk are not given. No, none of the 9 conditions there met for a bulk. Pitch comes in. Strike 1. 3-1. An 8-run lead down to a 4-run lead. Zesniak pitch everybody back to the dugouts and hold it at that. Contact made. Zesniak hits that one as it bounces back to the mound. Throws overdue first. Quinfer takes that at first. Side retired. And the deficit is half. 12 runs for the Devils in total in the game. Cannons going in 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th. Put on 4. Takes them to 8. 4 runs in the game here. And we go into the top of the 7th of a regulation 7. And it's all to play for in defense and offense. Both teams are going to have to dig in to find the victory. And when we come back in the top of the 7th, it's going to be the top of the order for the Devils. Evan Olner, Ritzabowski, and Buddy Zesniak. See what they can. Top of the 7th of the regulation 7. 3 outs remain each. Devils have got a lead of 4 runs. They're looking to extend that with Evan Olner, Ritzabowski, and Buddy Zesniak. The 1-2-3 in the order. The 1-2-3 in the inning. Jack Vickerman in to close for the Edinburgh Cannons. That one gets fouled high and off down the first baseline there. Temperature is dropping a little bit here. There's a little bit of wind. The air is dry, the ground is damp, and it stayed a close game until the Devils broke it open in the last inning to go 12-4. Cannons half that deficit in the bottom of the 6th, taking it to 12-8. And now we talk about pressure, we talk about delivering, we talk about giving and receiving. This is what you have here. Look at every position, you'll find pressure, but especially on Jack Vickerman. Into close. He needs to hold the Devils to 0 if he can. And make it as easy as possible for the Cannons offense to deliver in the bottom of the 7th. Evan Olner, though, lead-off batter for the Devils, top of the order. Starting another rally. Putting that distance away, that goes up high and foul into out of bounds territory. Wind's pushing that one back. It's being relatively, we're getting a little bit of wind with an impact of the ball now coming in from centre outfield straight towards home. Count is equal high, 2-2. Comes in, swing and a miss. Strike 3. So there's one of the 3 outs that Vickerman wants to find quickly. And it's his strikeout number 2 for Jack Vickerman. It's KK. 2 strikeouts on the card so far. Third batter to face. And second in this inning is Ritzabowski. There's that one. Ball goes out wide. Spence batting left-handed, so in from the right-hand side. Be a little bit of moisture on the temporary mound that we use here for baseball in Edinburgh as well, so footing will also be a little bit of a considering. It's a golf swing, but it goes foul down the first base line for Ritzabowski. Temperature dropping momentarily here as well. Other conditions, what you would call Scottish summer. Pitch comes in, bat stays on the shoulder, takes the ball. Everybody focuses in, pitch comes down, swing and a miss. Count goes equal high, 2-2. 1 away so far. Top of the 7th of the regulation 7. Devils in the 4-run lead, looking to extend as that pitch comes in inside. Fastball low for ball 3. So full count. The wind picks up. Everybody moves in. Eyes on the ball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeouts to open the inning, strikeout for the middle out in the inning. We also talk about giving and receiving pressure. You can also talk about giving and receiving confidence as well. 2 punch outs from Vickerman. That's giving confidence to the rest of the Cannons. But he's Esniak though, in now. 2 for 3 games so far, hits that one, bounces in front of Del Rosario at shortstop, gets away from Rosario's glove. Base hit comes in there. Ground condition sending that ball wild. Sesniak just bouncing a little bit, wondering if it's going to go played out of the way, but nope, it's not. He's going to get first. We'll wait to see if the ground conditions are going to push that over into a single territory or an error territory, but either way, the situational position remains the same. The Devils are 2 outs with the runner on first, looking to extend a 4-run lead. Nick Wood. In now to bat, Nick Willoughby. Shuffling around, has kept 9 in the batting order while the pitching chains go through. Ball comes in there as well. Sesniak's been reached on base on error on E6. Still at first. Stealing, of course, when you're in 2 outs in the 7th is tricky here. It's going to be swing and a miss, though, from Willoughby as that one drops underneath. Two strikes so far. Reuben accepts his second sent up from Miles Peterson. Catching as that's popped up high. It looks like it's going to be out of bounds and straight on top of the dugout roof.
It will be the third out.
Reuben running in to get that one, and then the teammates very rapidly saying, do not catch that. Do not catch a second in out of bounds territory. Although, you have to say at that point, if you had got it, as Rory Crespo, our umpire, pointed out, that would have been the third out. And while there would have been a base advance, it would have been the third out. So smart baseball, but sometimes it's better to play safe baseball. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss on strike 3. And it's 1 reach on error, but the other 3 batters retired from Jack Vickerman's pitching. 3 strikeouts in the inning as the Edinburgh Diamond Devils are held scoreless. So they're going to finish their regulation 7 batting with 12 runs. And the Cannons, bottom of the 7th, they've got a very simple story to tell as well. They had 3 outs in hand. They are 4 runs behind. We play the regulation 7, so it's 4 to tie, 5 to win. And it is going to be the top of the order when they step in. Jack Vickerman doing the business in the top of the 7th. We'll open up the bottom of the 7th as well. Kit Sarrell is in to bat with a 1-3 game. We'll be batting second. And Adiso Barrios is it's a single, a hit by pitch, an error, and a line out. Playing Sudoku with the baseball scorecard, that one there. He'll be up to bat third. Jack Vickerman, Kit Sarrell, Adiso Barrios as well. While we're just waiting for them, we'll just take a look round at some of the final scores that we have in the league. Edinburgh Rays 0, Tayport Breakers 15. That's the final score in the 5th there. And over in Glasgow, it's the Edinburgh Angels 17, Glasgow Baseball 5. Notable there is that's going to be the Angels' first victory this season through in Glasgow, taking them to 1-10. Glasgow Baseball falling now below 500 with a 5-6. Of note, though, that Rays and Breakers result means that the Breakers are now 9-1 at the top of the league. They were a half game ahead of the Cannons going into today. So they've done what they need to do to reserve the lead. The Cannons, they're facing falling back further. Buddy Sesniak pitching in. Jack Vickerman swings and a miss. Strike 1. 3 outs for the Devils to find for the win. 4 outs for the Cannons to find to tie. 5 for them to win. It's the bottom of the 7th. This is what baseball was made for. Pitch comes in. Slightly outside, slightly high. Count goes equal low. 1-1. Stetsniak always makes his decision with the shoulders square on to home plate. Swing and a miss. Jack Vickerman opened up his pitching in the top of the 7th with a strikeout. And now, of course, he's opening up as the opening batter in the bottom of the 7th, facing the strikeout conditions here. Not 2. Comes on. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And there's 1 out traded in. They've got 2 left. And we will just have to go back and Buddy Stetsniak getting first striker, I believe, there. Kitzel steps in now. Singled in the 6th. Shows bunt, lays that down. It's going to roll over the distance. Buddy Stetsniak picks it up the pitch line, throws up to first in time. 2 away. Bunt goes down, rolls short, but Stetsniak pounces on that. Takes the briefest of moments, rifles it up to first. 1-3, 2 away. And the Cannons are down to their final out. The baseball has no memory. The Diamond Devils need to have no memory as well. Keep their focus, as do the Cannons. It's Adiso Barrios. Watches the first one comes in. Lets it go past. Good eye. Ball 1. 4 runs to find. 1 out to find. Swing, and it's a pop-up. It's high. It's going there. It's going to be picked up. Shortstop comes over, gets that in the glove, and it is taken for out number 3. That's your final out. That's your final inning, and that's your ball game. Evan Olner sprinting over from shortstop to almost right behind the gap between first and second to take the ball out of the air, and it is a clean 3 up, 3 down. Bang, bang, bang inning there. The Cannons cut the deficit from 8 runs to 4 runs in the 6th, but they could not do the same in the 7th. Your final score today is going to be the Edinburgh Diamond Devils 12, Edinburgh Cannons 8. And if you're looking the impact that is going to have on the league, Tayport Breakers are going to continue at the top of the table following today's victory against the Rays. They are now 1.5 games ahead of the Cannons. The lead that was cut last week is being back again. And just half a game behind the Cannons are the Devils. That's your top 3 in the Scottish National Baseball AAA League. And a tightly fought game. An inning that broke open by the Devils, that was nearly put back into its place by the Cannons, and then it was just everybody digging, grinning, and we had a bang, bang, bang at the top of the 7th, and it's a bang, bang, return error, bang at the top of the 7th, and a bang, bang, bang. 7 batters, 6 outs there to close out the 7th as the tension comes through. Well, if you stayed through to the end of the video, thank you very much for watching. Like, love, share and subscribe. Comments below. All of that helps people find more Baseball Scotland on YouTube. It also helps people find baseball in Scotland. You can follow the teams on their Instagrams and their Facebook. We have baseballscotland.co.uk as well for the main website. Your final score, 12-8. Ewan Spence here behind the microphone. Reuben Hustler in the truck. And thanks very much for your time. Once more, Devils 12, Cannons 8.